Hi YouTube. All right, so this is gonna be my first video um, inside of this category of spirit work, right? So I figured for my first video, well, I guess I need to do an introductory video, huh? Well, let me introduce myself. So my name is Brittany, also known as BJ the Blogger. And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at BJ the Blogger. So I guess I could talk a little bit about, how I got on this path, why I'm on this path, blah, blah, blah. So, gosh, I don't want to make this super long, but I guess to start, I've always been somebody that I've always been a pretty spiritual person. I've always been a pretty intuitive person, but I didn't realize what those gifts were until, recently. Because, like, for example, I've always thought I had ADD, right? I've always thought I had ADD. And in reality, I don't necessarily have ADD. I receive messages, and when I receive messages, I kind of zone out. Which, if you're somebody that has worked with someone that does tarot or somebody that is clairvoyant or clairaudient, then you'll notice that sometimes they kind of like space out for a second because they're receiving an intuitive message. And so, like, when I used to space out all the time, I thought it was because I had ADD. I thought it was because, Brittany, you can't focus, you aren't paying attention. And in reality, naturally, I do pay attention, but I don't do a very good job of paying attention inside of, the 3D world. I'm more in tune with other realms. So, like, for example, when my brother passed, which I'm sure a lot of people have experienced this before, like when somebody, like a relative, like a close relative passes away, they'll come see them in their dream. And my brother, he came and visited me in my dream when he passed. And, I knew that it was really him. Like, I knew I was actually talking to his spirit or his energy or whatever you want to call it. Because it just felt different. It just, something about it just felt different from a dream that you just necessarily recall, right? So that was years ago, right? So it's 2000, I guess it was 2018. Yeah, it was 2018. I got a tarot reading done by my friend Cora. And when she did the reading, she actually, she channeled my brother. And that made me really emotional because she had messages for me. And after I had that reading, I did all of the work that she told me to do. And after I did the work, my life began to evolve, and I began to evolve in a way that I felt like I was becoming more of who I was supposed to be. So that was like a year ago, 2019. I got another reading done because I just kind of needed to do a checkup. So I got another reading done, and also I was pretty early inside of my, well, besides that. So I decided I wanted to get a checkup, right? So when she did that reading for me, I received, again, a lot of messages, but this time she told me a lot of things about myself that I'd never told anybody before. And so she gave me more work to do, which, if you've worked with spirit workers or light workers or whoever, when they do energy readings or they do spirit readings for you, normally they give you work to do afterwards in order for you to begin to go down the path that you're supposed to go down, or to realign yourself or rebalance yourself, or whatever, fix whatever issues you have going on in your life, right, or in your spirit. So again, I was doing the work that she told me to do, and this time things just started to happen, right? I started to hear voices. I began to see things. I began to feel energies. And it was in a way that I didn't know what was going on. Like, and if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you're probably inside of one of those situations where you're just like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what the hell? Trust me, everybody that has introduced themselves into doing the spirit work, they've had times where they felt like, am I fucking crazy? Like, am I tripping? Am I crazy? Right? Like, do I need to go to a mental hospital? Like, am I crazy? So, I started to see things, I started to hear things, and I started to feel things. I would have dreams that were kind of weird. And so from there, I joined a group, a group me that was, that's really essentially full of light workers. And inside of that group me, one of the guides gave me a message, and he basically told me, like, your ancestors have work that you need to do. Like, you need to do some ancestral veneration, right? And I'll probably make a video about ancestral veneration sometime soon. But basically he told me, you know, there's things that you have light workers in your family, but that's like generations and generations ago, and something happened that kind of broke the tradition. And so, you know, now that you're kind of getting introduced to it, your ancestors are really, really excited, and they really want to talk to you, and they have messages for you. So that's what you need to do. You need to do ancestor veneration. So I was like, mind you, I've been in this group for maybe like a week, and then all of a sudden people got messages for me. So I'm just like, all right, I'm all in at this point, because I need an outlet. Like, I need to find people to help me figure out what the hell is going on with me. You know what I mean? Because it's scary. You know what I mean? Like, when I first started doing this stuff, I was scared to death that I was going to conjure a demon in my house, or that I was going to start attracting negative energy. Like, I was scared to death. I was saging my whole house all of the time. Like, I was trying to find whatever I needed to do in order to protect myself, because I wanted to remain open, and I wanted to keep my space open so that I could receive the spirits and the energies that needed to communicate with me. But at the same time, I didn't want to keep my space too open so that, like, any old spirit could come up in here and start fucking with me. Like, I just didn't understand how it worked, right? And that's not to say that I've never gotten a negative spirit around me. Like, I had a dream where I'm pretty fucking certain that it was a demon in my dream, right? Or whatever you want to call it. I guess demon probably isn't the greatest word. It was a negative entity, right? That's happened to me twice. But I think I'll probably make a video about that too. I could talk about this shit all day, trust me. But yeah, so I was pretty desperate at that point just to figure out what the hell was going on. So then I just kind of started to do research. A lot of the research that I've done has been more in hoodoo, but now I'm starting to lean towards more of the, like, Egyptian side of spirituality. I can't think of what the name of it is, but I'm leaning towards more of the spiritual side of spirituality, because I've learned that one of my higher aspects is an Egyptian goddess. So now I spend more time doing research inside of that sector, but I also do a lot of root work. And so, okay, so, like, that's been that. And so while I've been kind of doing that research, I began to get into tarot. It was a super random thing, really. What essentially happened was I saw some tarot cards, and I thought, this is cool. And I was pretty interested in it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it. And I'll probably also do a video about how I got into tarot. If you're a beginner, what you should kind of do. But essentially, I just picked up some cards and started pulling cards for myself once a day. And after I did that, I just got good at it, and I went through a dark night of the soul, which I could probably do a video on that too, but I went through a dark night of the soul, and I was pretty like, I was not myself. It was probably the first time I've experienced some sort of depression in my life. And after I went through that experience, I felt like I needed to start reading for other people. I don't know. I channeled some sort of message that told me to start reading for other people. I don't know what it was, but I just kind of like said, fuck it, I'm gonna start reading for people. And after I did it, I was good at it. I didn't realize how good I was at it until I started reading for random folks, and now I'm actually pretty good at it. So if you want a reading, DM me on Instagram at BJ the Blogger, right? So yeah, that's essentially where I am inside of my spirit journey. It's all happened very, very fast. Like I will absolutely tell you the gifts that I have received, and I'm still receiving gifts, right? As I'm continuing along my journey, I'm still receiving gifts. I'm still receiving messages. My powers are getting stronger. And again, it's fun, but it's scary, but it's also really, really important work. When you realize that you are a channel for another realm, and that you're able to help heal others by using your gifts, like, it's really, really important work, especially when you're dealing with people that have curses on them, people that don't understand why they can't be successful, or don't understand why they can't find a good relationship, or even why when people don't understand why they can't keep money, right? There's some people that have curses on them that are like, you're never going to have more than this amount of money in your life. And some people don't realize that you have a curse, and a lot of it is generational, right? You had the curse on you before you even were born. Like, there's some people I can look at and tell that they got a curse on them. I have people that are my friends, exes, right, that I can tell they have curses on them now. Before, I just thought they had bad luck. But now I'm like, homie, you got a curse on you. You need some work done. You need some work done on you. And I think the beauty of this work is if you're working as a light worker, like you're legitly doing the work that you're supposed to be doing, and you're helping people and you're healing people, you get blessed. They bless you in so many different ways. Like, I wake up in the morning and I just feel like I can't do no wrong. And the beauty about it is, if you wake up and something does feel off, you can find out. You can talk to your spirit guides, and you can talk to your angels, and you can talk to spirit and your ancestors, and you can figure out what's going on, and you can do the work to fix it. Instead of having to walk around not knowing what the hell is going on with you, and you just like, damn, like, why every time I get money something break? Like, why I can't keep a car, and why I can't keep a job, and like, what's going on with this nigga? Like, instead of you having to guess, you have full control over your life, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's fun. It's fun. It's beautiful. It's scary as fuck. It is. I'm never gonna lie to you. I get scared all the time. Shit breaks in my apartment. I get scared. Something fall over. I'm scared to death. But that feeling never goes away. You're always gonna feel like tense, but you learn to kind of like release it and trust that your ancestors are here to take care of you. Your ancestors are protecting you. You know what I mean? And I'll talk about that more when I talk through ancestor veneration. But if you're doing the work to take care of your ancestors, they're going to do the work to make sure that you're protected. You know what I mean? I mean, they can't protect you from karma. Like, you can't be out here doing some fuck shit. But if you like, hey, yo, I need $500 bad, and you do your ancestor veneration, you got it. It's there. You don't got to worry about it. You're like, damn, there's some fuck shit going on in my life. Do your ancestor veneration. Give your offerings to them. Talk to them. You know what I mean? Figure out what they need. Take care of them and they'll take care of you. Right? So, I don't know. I felt like I needed to do an introductory video just so you guys kind of know how I got into this. Because I have a lot of friends and family that have no fucking idea what I'm doing. They think I'm crazy. They think I'm loony. Or they just don't think I'm doing nothing at all, but they don't really understand that I'm actually doing real, like, I am a light worker. Like, it's done. I'm a light worker. There's nothing else. There's nothing I can do about it at this point, because once you start channeling it, you can't stop. Like, it's always gonna come back. So, it is what it is. Yeah, I feel like I kind of needed to introduce myself. And I think that really the goal for me here is to bring people along my journey, just because I feel like I know right now the world is inside of a transition period where we are leaning away from the things that we used to think were important in order for us, like power and wealth and religion, which granted religion is also important, but we are as a collective consciousness becoming more and more conscious. And this is the natural environment for Black people. You think Solange coming out with her album and talking about some Florida water and nothing without intention and all of that stuff, people saying Beyonce is Illuminati and Cardi B is a witch, you think all of that stuff is like comes out of nowhere? It don't come out of nowhere. This is real stuff that people inside of our community are doing, right? But we have to be the generation that does the work. We have to. And I feel like I'm still early enough in my journey that I can bring people along with me. Like, come on, get in the car, right? We're going to go through this together. We can do it together, because I'm very, very early in my journey. I'm about 3 months into this shit, and everything is happening very, very fast. Very fast. And I truly, truly, truly believe that the next generations, if we all do the work that we're supposed to do, we can take care of our next generation. You think that Black people... Listen, I'm not going to go on this tangent, because I can go all day about Black people being cursed, because slavery itself was a fucking curse. That's why it's so hard for us to get the fuck out of this shit that we're in right now. Nobody can build generational wealth for themselves, and nobody can kind of get out of this this cycle of poverty. But there's ways we can do it. It's going to require some belief into something outside of the white man's religion. Now, I said it. It is what it is. We got to believe in the things that were a part of our culture before we came to America. Doing spirit work in hoodoo, if you do the research about hoodoo, that was cute. If you do the research about hoodoo, then you'll understand that all of this stuff has been brought over and kind of been like changed and customized for us as Black Americans, but all of it is traditional stuff from Africa. All of these things come from our ancestors, the ancestors that were there inside of Africa, whatever part of Africa, whatever tribe. Don't nobody know what tribe they came from. You're very lucky if you do. But if you really want to get in touch with your roots, if you really, 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 like, as a Black American, I know we all feel lost. We all feel lost as Black Americans, because it's like, damn, I ain't Black, I ain't African enough for the Africans, and I ain't American enough for the Americans. Where the hell do I fall? Like, you don't know where you fall. But there is hoodoo and spirit work, and everybody can do it. Trust me, everybody can do it. That's one thing that I need everybody to understand. Everyone has gifts. We all have gifts. If I could talk to you for an hour and I could tell you what your gift is, which I might do a video on the Claires, but all of us have gifts. You got to do the ancestor veneration in order for you to be able to get a hold of your gifts. And you don't even got to know who your family is. You could be an orphan. You could not fuck with your family. That don't mean the dead ones ain't cool. I don't want to go on a tangent, but I really did want to do an introductory video just so people kind of know where I'm coming from and what I'm trying to do for my channel. Essentially, what I'm trying to do is bring this generation together so we can do our ancestral veneration and break the curses from slavery. That's what I'm really trying to do. I want to help people break the curses that they have on them, because I feel them breaking on me. I feel them breaking on me every day. Every day I wake up, I am blessed because I do the work. I do it every day. And every single day I wake up and I'm like, damn, I feel good. I can't do nothing wrong. I'm so protected. I feel so protected. I feel protected as if I had a gun in here. I don't even have a gun, but I know I'm protected. I know I'm taken care of. I'm not even worried about it. But I want everybody, I want everybody to feel that when they wake up in the morning. It's like, damn, I'm good. I'm Gucci. You know what I'm saying? My ancestors got my back. I want everybody to have that feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. It is a beautiful feeling. It is. I could cry. It's such a good feeling. I don't worry about nothing no more. If I'm worried about something, I do work. I do my little juju work, and then I let it burn out. Leave it alone. So, if you're interested in learning and being a part of my journey, then please subscribe, like, share, do all that good stuff. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at BJ the Blogger. I also do like music reviews and stuff like that, so you might see that on my pages as well. But again, like I said, I'm very, very early in my journey. So everything else, all that other stuff, it's gonna come. Just right now, I haven't really posted a whole lot on my pages just because I'm so busy doing work most of the time. If I'm being totally honest, like this is really all I do in my free time now, is do readings and do juju. That's about it. But thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.